Okay, so Ouija, Origin of Evil is the sequel slash prequel to, of course, the 2014 version, which I hated. I could not stand the 2014 version of Ouija. That was just a waste of fucking time and my hours and my chromosomes. So the plot of Origin of Evil takes place in, of course, 1965 Los Angeles, where a family runs a seance scam as a business. Okay, um, the oldest daughter goes to a friend's house whose parents just bought a Ouija board. She experiments with it. She tells her mom about it. Her mom buys it from a store the next day or so later, and of course uses it as a leverage tool for their scamming business. But when the youngest daughter uses it a little too much, a spirit, an evil spirit from the other side comes in and makes life a living hell for the family and the youngest daughter as it possesses the youngest daughter. And now the family has to fight to save the youngest daughter. This movie was fantastic. I am not bullshitting you. Ouija, Origin of Evil is simply the best PG 13 horror film to date. I am not over exaggerating when I say this. Everything about this movie worked. The setting, the score, the scares. There is no real jump scare in this movie. You have those hints of jump scares, but they're not really jump scares. They are actually done a lot smarter than a usual jump scare, even though, of course, watching this in almost a packed theater with a bunch of people getting scared over really nothing was pretty funny to me because I didn't jump once because you literally know when it gets quiet, something is going to happen, and when it does, I wasn't surprised by it. I was actually laughing about it in a good way, not a bad way. Acting in this movie is solid. Everybody. The main one is that little girl. She killed it, man. She stole the fucking show. The shit they had her do, the way she had to act was amazing. I want to see her in more stuff, man. I really do, because she was a nice new standout, and it's nice to see a new young talent rise to such an occasion. The thrills. The thrills are pretty fine. They're pretty simple. The story does take a little bit to get started, so you will be sitting maybe 20, 30 minutes before everything gets started. It's a 99-minute movie, so it's very short. It gets to the point really fast. You're not going to be too bored with it or nothing like that. But again, the score, the setting, the actors, the the way it was just handled. It was handled with so much better care than the first movie. And the director is Mike Flanagan. Of course, he directs a lot of good shit as well. So I had no worries going into this movie that it was not going to be something worth seeing. That's why I chose to see this movie in theaters. I always support Mike Flanagan because he makes good shit. Origin of Evil is another one of those good shits. Okay? I just heard that out loud and I just had to laugh at that. But overall, Ouija Origin of Evil was the biggest surprise I think I've gotten. I hated the first Ouija movie, and I love this sequel slash prequel. By the way, stay tuned for the end credits. There is an end credit scene, and you will not believe who shows up at the end credits of this movie. So, even the credits themselves were creative, how they were going up. And as I'm sitting there watching the credits go up, I just reminded myself when I was a little kid. I used to always ask my mother, every time I saw the credits going up, Mom, who's making the credit? Who's making the words go up? And she goes, cameraman. I was a kid. Sue me. Ouija Origin of Evil is going to get an A- from me. Let me know what you guys think about Ouija Origin of Evil down below. Did y'all like it? Did y'all not like it? I shall see you guys at the movies. Have a great night, everyone.